What if I told you that there's a timeless appeal to certain traits in men that captivate real women across cultures and generations? These aren't superficial qualities, but deep, magnetic characteristics that signal value, strength, and reliability. Think of the great men of history. Leaders, philosophers, and visionaries who commanded respect and admiration not because of luck or privilege, but because of how they carried themselves and the principles they embodied. So, what are these high-value traits that no real woman can resist? Let's uncover the timeless essentials every man should master. 1. Confident demeanor. Most men confuse confidence with arrogance. They puff out their chests, talk over others, and think dominance equals respect. It doesn't. That's not confidence. It's insecurity in a cheap disguise. Real confidence is calm, steady, and unshakable. Picture Alexander the Great. He didn't walk into a room demanding attention. He simply was the attention. He moved and spoke like a man who knew exactly who he was and what he stood for. A confident man doesn't need to prove his worth. He knows it. He makes decisions without hesitation, stays grounded in the face of criticism, and carries himself like someone who's in control of his destiny. His confidence isn't loud. It's a quiet power that speaks for itself. Women are drawn to his confidence because it radiates stability, and stability signals reliability. It tells her, this man can handle life's storms. It's in the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you look someone in the eye without flinching. Confidence isn't just attractive, it's magnetic. But be warned, fake confidence is as transparent as glass. If you posture, brag, or try too hard, you'll repel her faster than you can recover. True confidence comes from within, not from what you say, but how you are. So, warrior, ask yourself, are you walking through life like a king, or are you just trying to convince others you are one? 2. Empathetic. Listening. Here's a hard truth. Most men don't know how to listen. They hear the words but miss the meaning, nod politely while their minds wander, and wonder why connections fade. Listening isn't passive. It's an active skill, a mark of strength, and one of the most underrated tools in a man's arsenal. Empathetic listening goes deeper. It's not just about catching the words. It's about grasping the emotions behind them. Think of Scipio Africanus, the Roman general who didn't just lead armies. He inspired loyalty by truly understanding his men. That same power applies here. Women are drawn to men who make them feel seen and understood, not judged or dismissed. Here's the secret. It's in the details. The slight nods that say, I'm with you. The thoughtful questions that show you're paying attention. The pauses where you let her share her truth, uninterrupted. These small gestures are what build trust and spark intimacy. But let's be real. Most men fail here. They wait for their turn to talk, eager to solve problems or shift the focus back to themselves. That's the quickest way to lose her. Women crave connection, not solutions. When you truly listen, you stand out from the masses. Warrior, ask yourself this. Are you just hearing the noise? Or are you cutting through it to understand what really matters? Empathetic listening isn't about technique. It's about presence. If you're not fully engaged, you're not truly listening. So, are you the man who listens with purpose? Or are you just another forgettable face in the crowd? The choice is yours. 3. Humor, the magnetic force. Let's not sugarcoat it. Humor is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. It's not just about cracking jokes. It's a reflection of your confidence, intelligence, and ability to handle life's challenges with ease. A sharp wit can do what few other traits can. It draws people in, diffuses tension, and creates lasting bonds. Think of Winston Churchill, a man who faced overwhelming adversity, but never lost his ability to charm and disarm with humor. But here's the harsh truth. Most men get humor wrong. They try too hard, force jokes, or use it as a shield for their insecurities. Real humor doesn't beg for attention. It commands it, effortlessly. It's not about being the loudest guy in the room. It's about timing, delivery, and the self-assuredness to laugh at life's absurdities. Women notice this immediately. A man who can make her laugh isn't just entertaining. He's showing her he's emotionally attuned and capable of easing life's burdens. Humor signals intelligence and social mastery. It tells her you can navigate tough situations and still find lightness in them. But let's be clear. Humor is a double-edged sword. If it's crude, desperate, or comes at someone else's expense, it'll backfire. True humor connects. It doesn't divide. It's the ability to create shared moments of joy that leave a lasting impression. Warrior, ask yourself, is your humor a tool of connection or a mask for insecurity? Are you using it to bring people closer? Or are you trying to compensate for something deeper? The difference is everything. A man with authentic humor isn't just memorable, he's magnetic. So what are you radiating when you laugh? 4. Physical fitness. The first statement, let's stop pretending this doesn't matter. Your body speaks before you do. It's your silent declaration to the world, a reflection of discipline, self-respect, and ambition. A fit physique isn't just about aesthetics, it's a signal. It tells people you're a man who takes charge of his life, who values strength and vitality, and who refuses to settle for mediocrity. Look at history. Marcus Aurelius didn't rule with mere words. His every action, every detail of his presence conveyed discipline and purpose. Similarly, when you present yourself with a strong, well-maintained body, you're telling the world, and her, that you value yourself and your future. And let's be clear, it's not about flaunting a six-pack. It's about the message behind it. Fitness shows you're willing to endure discomfort, push boundaries, and invest in your well-being. It's not just attractive, it's magnetic. Women don't just see it, they feel it. A fit man exudes capability and vitality, traits hardwired into psychology as signals of a strong partner. But here's the brutal reality. Many men neglect this. They hide behind excuses, let their health slip, and wonder why their presence doesn't command respect. Let me be blunt. If you don't respect your own body, why should anyone else? Warrior, ask yourself, what does your body say about you right now? Is it a reflection of your strength, or is it betraying your lack of discipline? A strong body doesn't just carry you through life, it propels you. So, stop making excuses. Show up, put in the work, and let your presence speak volumes. Because if you don't care about how you show up in the world, why should anyone else? 5. Emotional maturity. Mastery over your feelings. Here's a truth most men won't admit. They let their emotions control them. They lash out in anger, crumble under stress, or retreat into silence when faced with conflict. And then they wonder why they're seen as unstable or unreliable. Let me be blunt. If you can't master your emotions, you'll never master your life, or earn her respect. Emotional maturity isn't weakness, it's power. It's not about suppressing feelings or pretending to be unaffected. It's about understanding your emotions, owning them, and choosing how to respond. Look at Nelson Mandela. After 27 years in prison, he emerged not as a man filled with bitterness, but as a leader defined by grace and resilience. That's strength. Real, unshakable strength. A man who stays composed under pressure, navigates conflict with clarity, and adapts to life's ups and downs is magnetic. Women notice this. Emotional maturity signals that you're stable, dependable, and capable of creating a safe, lasting partnership. And make no mistake, safety isn't about avoiding danger. It's about being the anchor when storms hit. But here's where most men fail. They confuse emotional control with avoidance. They suppress their feelings until they explode, or worse, they disconnect entirely. That's not strength, that's fear. Real men confront their emotions, process them, and move forward with purpose. Warrior, ask yourself, do your emotions control you, or do you control them? Can you stand in the chaos of life with a calm mind and a steady heart? Or do you break under the weight of pressure? Emotional maturity isn't just attractive, it's essential. Without it, you'll never be the man she needs, or the one you want to be. So, stop blaming the world for how you feel, and start mastering the one thing you can control, yourself. 6. Ambition and drive, the force behind success. Let's face it, without ambition, you're just drifting. You can have charm, looks, or even intelligence, But if you lack direction, you'll never inspire admiration or respect. Ambition isn't a luxury, it's the engine that drives success. It's the willingness to set goals and the determination to achieve them, no matter the obstacles. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who balanced ruling an empire with deep philosophical reflection. He didn't wait for life to happen to him. He shaped it. Are you shaping yours? Women don't just notice ambition. They're drawn to it. It's in the way you talk about your plans, the energy in your actions, and the confidence in your vision. Ambition signals leadership, purpose, and a life of meaning, qualities that ignite admiration on a primal level. If you're aimless, you'll be overlooked. It's that simple. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Too many men talk big but act small. They dream without doing, set goals without effort, and blame circumstances for their lack of progress. Let me make this clear. Ambition without action is delusion. Real drive isn't loud. It's focused. It's built in the early mornings, the late nights, and the sacrifices you make for a bigger purpose. Warrior, ask yourself this. Are you pursuing your goals with relentless focus, or are you waiting for someone to hand you a roadmap? Ambition isn't about flashy success or empty titles. It's about the grit to create a life that matters. Women respect a man who knows where he's going and has the courage to get there. Stop waiting for motivation or the right time. A high-value man doesn't wait. He builds, plans, and executes. If you're not that man yet, it's time to wake up. The clock is ticking, and your legacy won't create itself. So, what are you doing about it? 7th, kindness and generosity, the hidden power. Let's not confuse kindness with weakness. Too many men dismiss these traits thinking they'll make them seem soft or unworthy of respect. But let me tell you something. Real kindness is strength under control. It's the courage to care, the discipline to give, and the wisdom to know that lifting others up doesn't diminish you. It elevates you. Look at history's greats, like Marcus Aurelius. He led with a balance of strength and compassion, writing, "Do not forget to show kindness to all." His generosity wasn't flashy. It was steady, intentional, and impactful. Kindness is a quiet power. It shows you're confident enough to put others before yourself without losing your identity. Here's a psychological truth you need to understand. Kindness creates trust. When you show genuine care, whether through a thoughtful gesture or a listening ear, you're building connections that run deeper than surface-level attraction. Women don't just notice kindness, they feel it. It signals safety, empathy, and emotional intelligence, all things they value deeply in a partner. But let me be clear, fake kindness, kindness with strings attached, is a fast track to being exposed. If your generosity is transactional, if you're giving to get something in return, it won't take long for her to see through it. True kindness isn't about grand gestures or public displays. It's in the small, consistent acts that show your character. So, warrior, ask yourself, is your kindness a reflection of your strength, or is it a mask for hidden agendas? Do you give to connect, or do you give to manipulate? Women don't want a martyr or a showman. They want a king who understands that true power lies in lifting others as he climbs. Master this balance and you won't just stand out, you'll become unforgettable. But fail to grasp it and you'll fade into the crowd like countless others who never understood the true weight of a compassionate heart. 8. Authenticity and integrity, the unshakable core. Let's cut to the chase. Most men wear masks. They try to impress with half-truths, dodging honesty because they fear rejection. But here's the harsh reality. Without authenticity, you're forgettable. Women can sense insincerity faster than you can finish a sentence, and when they do, trust evaporates. Authenticity isn't a luxury, it's a cornerstone. It's staying true to your values, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. It's standing firm in who you are without bending to please others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never esteem anything as an advantage to you that will make you break your word." That's integrity, holding your ground when it matters most. Here's the psychological truth you need to hear. Authenticity is magnetic. It's rare in a world of pretense, and that scarcity makes it irresistible. When you're genuine, you signal stability, confidence, and emotional security, qualities that women find deeply attractive. You're not trying to be anyone else. You're unapologetically yourself, flaws and all. And guess what? That's refreshing. But don't get it twisted. Authenticity doesn't mean airing every thought or mistake. It's not an excuse for carelessness or lack of self-awareness. True authenticity is tempered by integrity, knowing when to speak, when to act, and when to stand silent. It's honesty with purpose, not recklessness in disguise. So, warrior, ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your values, or are you playing a part? Do you say what you mean, or do you say what you think she wants to hear? Women don't want a performer. They want a man who is real, dependable, and unafraid to own his truth. Master this, and you won't just earn trust, you'll command respect. Fail, and you'll blend into the sea of men who never understood that being genuine is the ultimate power move. 9. Adaptability and open-mindedness, the power of growth. Let's face it, life doesn't care about your plans. It throws curveballs, tests your resolve, and demands that you evolve. A man who can't adapt? He's like a broken compass, lost and directionless. But a man who thrives on change, who stays open to new ideas and possibilities, that's a force of nature, and women can't help but notice. Adaptability isn't about rolling over and accepting defeat. It's about bending without breaking. It's the ability to recalibrate when life shifts, to rise stronger after every setback. Marcus Aurelius captured it perfectly. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Resilience isn't optional, it's essential. Here's a harsh truth. Many men fear change. They cling to what's comfortable, rejecting anything that challenges their worldview. But guess what? Stubbornness isn't strength. It's weakness disguised as pride. Women see through it, and they know that a man unwilling to grow is a man unfit for the unpredictable journey of life. True adaptability is rooted in open-mindedness. It's being curious instead of defensive, welcoming new perspectives instead of shutting them down. It shows you're not rigid or fragile, you're resilient, capable of navigating life's chaos with grace and wisdom. And that's the kind of man women want by their side. So, warrior, ask yourself, are you embracing change, or are you resisting it? Do you see challenges as opportunities, or do you crumble under pressure? Women don't want a man stuck in his ways. They want someone who will grow with them, evolve through life's twists, and meet the future head-on. Adaptability isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. And if you can master it, you won't just survive life's storms, you'll own them. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found this content valuable and insightful. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support helps us create more amazing content. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. See you next time.